You're watching the Arsenal Vodcast. Arsenal are firm favourites to lift the Carling Cup after beating Wigan to reach the semi-finals, but Arsene Wenger is not getting carried away.
Well, maybe we will be favourite, but do we focus? Do we do the job well? We have a good chance to qualify in the semi-final, but the competition is hard for everybody, and it's now home and away, so you need two convincing performances.
It's back to the Premier League on Saturday, and Kieran Gibbs thinks Arsenal are very much in the title race after last week's win at Aston Villa.
Yeah, and that's what we want to keep it, just like that. It's not just us that have had our ups and downs. Every other team has had exactly the same, so we're just looking for a bit of consistency now, and then hopefully we can come out at the end on top.
Every week throughout the years, Arsenal gets one visitor like no other. Meet Flossie, the Harris Hawk. Native to North America, Harris Hawks have only been regularly trained in the last 30 years, as people have started to appreciate their amicable nature, despite their fearsome reputation as birds of prey.
Well, these are supposed to be one of the only birds of prey that hunt as a team in the world. They will sort of rabbit up. There's 3 or 4 of them, and then they will go on to it. And then as soon as one gets tired, the next one takes over. And eventually the rabbit's knackered on the floor and they come and get it. Yeah, they're for something that's got a pea brain. These are quite intelligent birds, I think. Yeah, they're a lovely temperament compared. I mean, they're not very skittish normally.
A long way from her natural habitat, Flossie is here on important club duty, keeping the stadium free of pigeons and the mess they can create.
The idea of it is she's a visual deterrent, is the main thing. Is just to keep the pigeons. I mean, we're here once a week for a couple of hours. She flies around the stadium here, and eventually the pigeons think she lives here. And they tend to stay away. The biggest thing it does stop them doing, I've found, especially in stadiums, it stops them from nesting. Yeah, I mean, you'll always get the ones that drift in and out, but most times it stops them from. Actually, it stops the pigeons from actually nesting here.
While it might seem simple enough, Mick is constantly varying his routine with Flossie to catch the pigeons off guard.
Some mornings you get here early, some mornings you get here dinner time, some a little bit later in the afternoon. And normally I vary the days I'm coming up here. I think they would, yeah. I'm going to say I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think they would get used to one set day. If you got here at 6 o'clock in the morning every Monday, I think that they would be here by Tuesday morning.
While Flossie has an undeniably kind nature, turning a wild Harris Hawk into a trusty employee involves dedication and persistence.
Don't normally touch them until they're about 6 months. And then from there, what you do is it's called manning. And all you do is you walk around with them, you get the jesses and that put on them, and you walk around with them on the fists, get them used to carrying around, get them used to people. And once they get that far, normally you can put them on a training line with crayons. And they are pretty good from there. Once they get that, you can put them on a line for 10, 15 feet. Get them to come back to the fist each time.
One of the unsung heroes of Arsenal Football Club, Flossie. We salute you.